Good afternoon, viewers of the live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Got Richard Desmond, Old Time AC, Andy the Greek, Trey GPT, Greg Coates, Crypto Meowsis, Vegeta, Paul Wang, Moonwolf. Was your name always Swiss Potato Rot? I thought it was just Potato Rot with a bunch of numbers. I'm pretty sure you changed your name. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. So, we get another weekly candle tomorrow. And we're going to get a second Bollinger Band bar. So I would guess we're in something like this. Probably in something like this. But we actually have it all the way up on the 12-day time frame. And we're actually going to get another bar tomorrow as well. So we are definitely getting a 30 to 40% move in either direction. Okay. 30 to 40% in either direction. There's no question. Look at this. So it's either a 4-year cycle or it's a super cycle. 4-year cycle says we're going down by 30%. Super cycle says we're going up 30%. Best of luck to you all. Best of luck to you all. Even in the other bear markets, says bottom is in, going up big time. Bottom is in, going up big time. You're getting a big, big, big move. So, you know, if it's actually different this time and the Moon Boys win, congratulations. If it's not different this time, congratulations to us. We're looking for 40K. From this candle, well, technically the blue bars ended up here. This was 30%. This one was 33%. This one was 84%. This one was 65%. You're getting a big move. There's no little move. It's gonna be big. Even this one. This one looks small. 28%. You're getting something big, man. Question is, which one is it? Is it up or down? It looks like when the stock RSI is going down, it's bearish, which is what we just crossed down. I guess when the stock RSI is bullish, it's up. Even though this was technically curling down, it never actually entered bearish territory. And I know Mr. Crypto Face, who made this indicator, says that the bottom is in, but we're actually getting red dots on the 5 and the 4-day time frame, which doesn't really mean much, but we're about to get a red dot on the weekly time frame. So I want to mark every time we got a red dot. Got one here. Got one here. 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 All right, I'm not going to mark them in the bull market because we know that the bull market is bullish. All right, I marked them anyway. All right. If I missed one, I missed one. So we got a red dot coming in probably next Sunday. Maybe it's this Sunday. So the last two times, actually the last 3 times, I would even count this honestly because we went up and then down. But the last 3 times we actually had to move down. This one was bullish. I would still say these two were bearish, honestly. Yeah, these were, I mean, who are you kidding, man? These are bearish. These are bearish. This one I would say you could give to the Moon Boys. You know, and this one was bullish. It's not something to ignore totally. I would still say this one was bearish, even though we went up after. We still fell pretty hard. You know? This one was bearish too. So it's not something to totally ignore. I don't know if I would give it the most weight, but it's something to look at. It does favor the Bears when it's red. I'm not even going to mark. I mean, you could just see how many we got in 2018. It's something to look at. And the fact that we're about to get one again, probably Sunday. Maybe it's next Sunday. Maybe it is next Sunday. I mean, I have to favor the bearish side. Because even in a bull market, you got them and we still went down. And the fact that in this bear market, when we got the other 3, we went down, down. I do think there's a chance we're getting ready to go down. And then if I look at the prior bear markets, you got one towards the end of the bear market as well. Both times. So I think we're in here somewhere. Or in here somewhere. Six-day already printed. Six-day stock RSI is still bullish, does give the bulls a chance to hold the price. However, the smaller time frames are starting to show weakness. 3-day is starting to pull back. 2-day hit oversold last night. Last 2 times it has triggered the move down. So something to watch. Something to watch. Does it mean we have to go down now? Maybe we bounce again and then go down. I think that's still very possible. But if the bottom is going to be here somewhere, as of we'll say tomorrow, that leaves us with 56 days. The average moves from these peaks to the lows were 24, 24. This also 24, 26. So, you know, as long as we don't go flying to the upside, we maybe do just sit here for a little bit longer. It's technically possible. Not gonna rule it out. As long as we stay in this vicinity, we could still come down here. So now we wait. There's nothing new. Feather still hasn't gone down yet, but it hasn't bounced either, which is I guess is a good sign. Tether dominance is attempting to turn bullish. However, it's not bullish. You can see down here the stock RSI is attempting to cross up. Something to monitor for sure. Lets you know weakness is coming into the market. And is there anything else I saw? ETH is still holding up. Solana's holding up. Oh, BNB pushed back up. BNB is max bullish right now. BNB is max bullish right now. MSTR did have a 3-day cross. Nothing too scary. 4 days still bullish. 5 days, nah, it's like in the middle. 6 days still kind of bearish. Looks like it's turning over again. Oh, the 8-day stock RSI curled down again. That's interesting. 9-day curled down too. 10 days, well, 11-day. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait it out. I don't really think anything is gonna happen. Can't make it move. Stock market move didn't even start yet. So maybe it is going to 850. Guess the stock market is gonna go up forever. Yeah, I have to look at Avalanche too. Avalanche is doing the same thing it's done all bear market. Nothing. So I have to ask, why is this different than the other two? I ask myself, why is Avalanche different this time? XRP is doing the same thing as well. So it would appear we just sit here till it's time. It would appear we just sit here until it's time. I don't know. Is it still? And we might be waiting for this. We might be. I can't guarantee it. Yeah, we still didn't. We're still making a higher low. It never fell below the realized price, though. $40K is 67. We already discussed this. We went from 87 to 84. I believe the first one was 93. We went from 93 to 86 to 84 to 77. Why the hell would it just stop 54? Gotta be at least 65. Gotta be at least 65. Oh, Tether's printing orange candles. Hold on a second. We might have got a clue here. I can't go back far enough. That sucks. Yellow on the 4-day. Yeah, I wonder if we're in here. I really do wonder if we're in here. I think Tether needs to guide us. Oh, HBTC is breaking the downtrend. Maybe it's going up to the moon. I've been saying this for the longest time. We're in a mid-cycle correction, similar to 2019. Could be, man. Could be. We're just in the waiting room. Either it's 40K or 75K. If it's 40K, we'd never have to do this ever again. Right? We're missing these white candles on the bottom. Never got them. Never got the white candles on the bottom. You did get the red candles on the top. David B's in the chat. It's nice to see your membership is gone. With how things are dragging along, I feel like an attack on Taiwan, what will cause 40. I don't know what the cause is going to be, but it's going to happen, in my opinion. Whatever the narrative is, you can pick and choose. But my question is, when is it supposed to happen? And I hate that I do dislike that I underestimated August being sideways. I did underestimate that possibility. However, I know that it only takes 5 days to go down, so you kind of really can't play around. Right? This whole chunk was 3 weeks. This whole chunk was 4 weeks. And this whole chunk was 2 weeks. Oh, that's interesting. The color RSI is still falling, even though we're not moving. Oh, wait, that happened in, hold on a second. That happened back here too. Yeah, it's been happening. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. This has been happening since July, right? The color RSI topped here. It started falling here, made a lower high. But you had a really bad divergence here. Then you had the same divergence here as well. And now you have it again, where the Cutler RSI is just, it's absolutely collapsing right now. Yeah, it happened up here as well, bearish divergence. Yeah, look at that. The Cutler RSI actually fell before the price did. But when the bottom actually formed, it stopped going down. Yeah, maybe the Cutler RSI is telling us we're going down. This one I really can't draw divergence because you were making lower highs. Yeah, see here the Cutler RSI went up and we still went down. We went down anyway. What happened in 2018? In 2018 it was flat. That's interesting. You don't even have consistent data throughout the prior bear markets. I was kind of hoping that we would. We do have consistent data through this bear market. We can see every time the Cutler RSI goes down, we're bearish. Been that way since 2024. But I can't go back into prior bear markets and show the same data point. It doesn't happen. Two-week is bullish. Looks good. This is the bullish. Oh, we don't have a bullish divergence here. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, no, you don't have a bullish divergence here. It was a lower low. Okay. That's why it looks different. Well, this one is a bullish divergence here. Yeah, but this was a bullish divergence too, and then the bottom fell out. See? So you got to be careful. You had a low here, and then you had a lower low. Higher low on the RSI, and then the bottom fell out. So why can't we be right here? Oh, this one was a bullish divergence too. Yeah, so I guess you can use the 2-week. You can use the 2-week Cutler RSI and say the bottom is in. Bottom is in with this. Well, I guess you'd have to use this one because this one said the bottom was not in, and this one wasn't even a bullish divergence. But that's a bullish argument. What do we got for the 3-week? 3-week, there's no divergence. There's no divergence on any of them. 1 month still going down, but I believe this actually bottoms right when we're about to go up. So the monthly Cutler RSI is going to be a helpful tool because it's actually going to help pinpoint the exact reversal point. Not the absolute bottom, but the absolute reversal point where you must get in. Christopher 5 says weekly bullish divergence every time, bottom on total 3, bearish divergence on tether, could be time to flip bullish. I appreciate the 5 from Mr. Chris. Bullish divergence on total 3. Total 3. Let's see. Yeah, by definition, you do have a bullish divergence. Bullish divergence on total 3. Yeah, it could be. You didn't have a bullish divergence here. It was bearish. Oh, this one was yeah, Moonboy Chris. Bottom could be in. Total 3 is bullish. Could be. Appreciate the 5. Not financial advice, as always. Could be, could be. 91, 73, and 45. 45. Yeah, there's a decent amount of people who are bullish. You know, again, we're at that point where you just got to place your bet. There's really nothing left to do. I'm just trying to figure out, in my opinion, when are we supposed to go down? And it should, I mean, by definition, there's no more time past August. Like, we have to go down in September. If we don't, you're looking at a bit of a debacle for sure. But I like that we didn't go up in August. Even though we didn't go down, we didn't go up either. Which I have to respect. Even the momentum that I actually use personally says that we're bullish. So I have to understand that we're probably not going down yet, but 3 more days and we get another candle. Which once this crosses down, there's no coming back. But it hasn't crossed down yet, so are we still looking at one more spike? I don't know. You know, it's... Listen, if it can happen, it will happen. That's how I operate now. If the stock RSI is still bullish, then the market is still bullish. Once it turns bearish, I think it's over. Is it too late to turn bearish after it crosses? Maybe. But we're waiting for confirmation. We're not trying to guess. So technically, you could still spike up one more time. But for me, as we've mentioned many, many times, if we were going to go up, we should have gone up by now. If it was actually bullish. So for me personally, I've seen what I need to see to argue it's not bullish. The question for me is, when is it going to turn bearish? And you can see it turns bearish here when the stock RSI curls down, which we don't have yet. So, gotta respect the bullish momentum because it's technically still bullish. But as we always say, for how much longer? I don't know. I don't see it being that much longer. And the longer we sit here, the more bars we're going to print. So, like, I get the idea that there's not enough time to go down, but the longer we sit here, it's... I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's almost like back in the day when you used to play GameCube and you would hold a button to store up your power. I guess I'm thinking of Kirby, even though Kirby doesn't do that. But you know how Kirby sucks everything up and then spits it out? It's almost like Bitcoin is sucking up all the energy from everywhere, like a black hole. And once it explodes, that's it. So at face value, it feels like there's not enough time to go down there, but this is actually like absorbing time from every direction. So when the move comes, it's going to be violent, or if it's bullish, of course. But I'm not necessarily worried about the time because I can see that it's not moving. If we were going up, I would definitely be worried for sure. But the fact that we're not moving, it doesn't make me nervous that we're not going to go down. I just don't know when it is. And it seems like other YouTubers don't either, because even the bear tubers say every day we're crashing and we haven't moved, and we haven't moved in a month. So I think we're waiting on this for confirmation. We got everything else. We got the Fed meeting. We got the Moonboy chart. We got BNB pumping. This is the last piece of the puzzle here, along with that short-term hold to realized price. But we already said that 5 times. The problem is we could sit here for another couple of candles, which is going to be dreadful. But I do think it would... That's how I'm looking at it. We could just sit here for another 10 days, but if we sit here for 10 more days and we still don't go up, then it's like, well, when are you supposed to go up? I don't think you are. We got Mixer for 5 says USDT dominance has the biggest bearish divergence on reverse Cutler on the monthly it has ever had. I appreciate the 5 from the German Mixer. The German Mixer. Yeah, the 5-day stock RSI already crossed bullish, which is interesting. I don't know how that's possible, but it crossed bullish already. The monthly Cutler RSI. Let's see. USDT dominance. That would. This is a higher high for me on my chart. Yeah, I'm not sure I follow. I have higher highs on my chart. Biggest bearish divergence on the reverse Cutler on the monthly. Yeah, am I looking at the wrong thing? I have a higher high and a higher high. But I do appreciate the 5. Yeah, this one is just full on bullish. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Yeah, I have a higher high on every time frame. I see USDC. I guess if you include all the stable coins, you do have a bearish divergence here. Yeah, if you include all the stable coins, you have a bearish divergence. But you had a bearish divergence here too, and still went down. Like you had a big rally and then we went down. So if you use all the stable coins, you do have a bullish or a bearish divergence. Same thing with USDC and USDT. You have a bullish divergence. But this is interesting actually, because the actual tether itself is also starting to bleed now. Kind of tough to pinpoint this exactly, but trying to get it when it crosses into the dotted line. Tether itself is officially bearish. But I do appreciate the 5 from the German mixer, man. I hope you're doing well. You should be 22 now. The 22-year-old Scheisenhausen. No, we're definitely at that time. The comments are getting a little toxic. I was reading my comments today. The people were saying I'm going to be wrong, just like I wanted a dollar Dogecoin. So the comments are getting a little toxic, which is good. We want people to get fed up with the price action. We want people to get pissed off. I'm not saying I'm going to be right. I'm just saying that's what the historical data says. Yeah, we got an 8-day blue bar on total as well. Wow, 10-day. Yeah, man, we can only come on here saying the same thing over and over again so many times. Are there 2 candles here? Oh, wow, we have 2 10-day candles here. Yeah, Yeah, we're gonna get a third one. Yeah, you're getting something. Imagine the bottom is in and we just go straight up. That would be tragic. Didn't you say you feel like SpongeBob drying up with the light? What, in the movie when Patrick and SpongeBob were getting fried by the light in the lifeguard house? The herd is getting nervous. I don't think so, man. I think most people are kind of just calm. I mean, the fact, if you read Ben Cowan's comments, you have people like saying, I stopped watching this to like, people are still making jokes. So they're still coping. I think people are pretty comfortable, especially like even the Bulls are comfortable and the Bears are comfortable. Even though the chart says extreme fear, I don't even think it says extreme fear anymore, actually. I think it's just fear. Yeah, it's almost neutral, believe it or not. It's still fear, but like people are kind of chilling down here. Right? We were at 15, and then we went all the way up to 31. So it is still in fear, which is normal. That's what happens in a bear market. See, here we hit 38 and then we collapsed to the floor. Somehow, I don't even know if this is right, but somehow you hit greed and then it went straight down. I don't think we're going to get that high. I don't know how that's even possible. But like we're kind of in this territory where the fear is like floating around fear. So I know for certain if we had one more push up, it would hit neutral, and that would be the trigger point, kind of like this one. But I think people are kind of just hanging out. I don't think people are really fearful. I think the Bulls are cocky, the Bears are cocky. I don't really see people really panicking. I don't even know what the hell this even is. Sharp ratio? Measures risk-adjusted returns, how much excess return you receive from the extra violently endured, volatility endured. Higher values indicate better risk-adjusted performance. Sounds like a bunch of rubbish, but you can see that we making lower lows every bear market. We're not even close to the prior low yet. And there was no bullish divergence either. I'm not going to push this though, because I don't even understand it. So I'm not going to sit here telling you, oh, look, we got to go down because this indicator, like, I don't even know what this is. So I'm not even going to look at it. Yeah, this is kind of wasted too. Look, this thing said, look at how high up we are. And then we freaking collapsed. Rubbish. See network activity. What do we got on here? Yeah, we're just shy. See, this is where it's interesting because up here it says we never hit the short-term holder cost basis. Which is odd. So does that mean I'm looking at the wrong chart? We did tag it here, and we did tag it in 2018. Oh no, we didn't. Is this like monthly closes? What is this? Yeah, we tagged it here. So I don't know. Do we have to hit this green line? Cost basis was 98.3K. I don't think we hit 98.3K. Oh, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. Oh no, we almost did. So I wonder why this is like lower. Well, one of them is wrong, clearly. We don't know which one is wrong. Hmm. Oh, this is interesting. Interesting. See, we don't have that big capitulation, man. We didn't get it this time. Or it just didn't happen yet. What do we got up here? Wait, we got some green up here. What do we got? What do we got going on in here, ladies? What's going on over here? What is this hope? Look, they're trying to have a little party up here. There's no parties allowed. Look, the bullishness is starting to come back. People are starting to believe. Short-term momentum indicator captures immediate market reactions and sentiment shifts. Short-term cost basis is rising, indicating new buyers are entering at higher prices. Yeah, look at that. People are starting to get in. Last time they did this was in May. Yeah, look at that. You didn't have it in 2022. Yeah, man, people are starting to believe the bottom could be in. Of course, we already discussed this, the long-term holder cost basis. We never pierced it. It's actually climbing now. It's at 50. Oh no, it went down. 49.7. What do we have here? Long-term holders are starting to sell? What's going on here? Yeah, I guess they are. Barely. It's a little bit. Oh yeah, but this green is about to turn red. Like, yeah, there's still red on the bottom, but there's still green here. Yeah, but they're buying less. Am I misinterpreting this? 30-day positive change, 90-day, longer term trend confirmation. Yeah, let me see. Are we misunderstanding this here? Here, let me do this. All right, so they have, yeah, so they haven't started selling yet. Yeah, wait though. But look, wait, we might have just found something here. Look, in 2014, this indicator turned red after the bottom formed. And this was where the long-term holders capitulated. Then in 2018, it stayed green, and then the bottom formed and it turned red. They capitulated. Yes, so this chart literally says that they sold a little bit back in November. So they haven't reached capitulation yet. Like in 2022, you see how we were down here and everybody started panic selling. Then the bull market started. But look at how much it is, man. Like it got bad. These guys literally sold the bottom, man. Look at that shit. We haven't had that yet. We had a little bit of selling back at 80K. But what I'm trying to say is look at where the green is. It's collapsing. Even though the price hasn't done anything, yeah, this is bad. The long-term holders did a round trip. They went all the way up and now they're all the way back down again. Last time that happened was July of 2025. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. We could be getting ready. Yeah, here it is again. It went all the way up and then all the way back down. I don't know. We could be getting ready, chat. Here it is again. He went all the way up and then all the way back down. We might be getting close. I don't see how this could go on for much longer. Yeah, 30 days about to turn red as well. Not as reliable. But you don't think it's odd that this is the only bear market that doesn't have big capitulations? 2022, you had them at the bottom. 2018, you had them at the bottom. Look at this one. This one isn't like this isn't even the bottom. We went down again. Look at this. There's nothing. I mean, it's now it's starting, yeah. The only one that's comparable is back here. There was like nothing. I don't know. We might be getting close, actually. 7 days already bearish. Yeah, but see, big capitulation at the bottom. Big capitulation at the bottom. This one, you had the big capitulation after the bottom. This one, there was no, you had it in November. That wasn't the bottom. I think we're missing the bottom, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really think we're missing the bottom, man. Oh, wait a second. What do we got here? Hold on. Brand new holders bought within the last 24 hours. Whoa, they're giving this away for free? I hold on a second. These guys are giving shit away for free? So 2 to 3 years. This chart displays realized price or the average cost basis of Bitcoin holders grouped by how long they held their coins. All right, take it for what it is. We don't know if this is accurate. I don't know how they would give this away for free, but people who've been holding their Bitcoin for 2 to 3 years, their average cost is where we are right now at 54,000. In prior bear markets, you've never come to this level. You never came close to it. So it is getting closer each bear market, though. This bear market, you can see they were nowhere near each other at the bottom. This bear market, they were nowhere near each other, but they were closer. This bear market, they were pretty close. Right now, we're right above it. So if we lose 54K for the first time ever, we're going to go below 2 to 3 year holders. 1 to 2 year holders, you can see we crashed below it. Here we went just below it. Yeah, I should actually do these one at a time. That way it's easier to see. In 2018, we went down below it, right at the bottom. In 2014, we went down below it, right before the bottom. In 2022, we went down below it, and then we just went straight down for another 7 months. That could be what's happening now, where we already went below it. Yeah, so people who bought their Bitcoin for a year to 2 years, I don't know how this is accurate, though. I mean, I don't know how accurate this is. 6 to 12 months. Yeah, it's curling down now. Oh, wait. 6 to 12 months curls down, we get capitulation to the bottom. 6 to 12 months curls down. This looks like capitulation was already underway, right? Like you can see the bottom formed and then we were already going down. Like right at the tipping point. 2022, same thing, man. Once it started curling down, you started going down to the bottom. Yeah, we're just starting to curl down now. I don't know. I think we're getting close, man. I think we're getting close. What about 3 to 6 months? That's just bearish. Yeah, this isn't going to help us. Bearish. I think it will definitely help us turn bullish, though. I doubt these little cockroaches are going to keep the website free. Once you get over 73,000, the bull market's in full effect. 2023, it was bullish. 2019, it was bullish. 2015, it was bullish. Even here, technically, the bottom was in already. Yeah, so we got to stay below 73,000. What about 1 to 3 months? Oh, we're hitting it right now. Yeah, I see. So this one's not really that helpful. This is saying people who bought Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. So it's just following the price. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so we're looking for, we already got this. I think we're looking for a first time ever. We're going to fall below the cost basis of Bitcoin holders for 2 to 3 years. Because look, every bear market, you're getting closer and closer to the moving average. I think we're going to break it. Yeah, so once we lose 54K, we should just go straight down, man. But 54K is the realized price. Yeah, so... yeah, this could be a nasty capitulation, man. Maybe the bottom is... nah, 31,000 is too low. But it's the same thing, look. These are people that held Bitcoin for 3 to 5 years. The bottoms are getting closer to the moving average, man. Yeah, dude, what if we really do go to 36K? I don't know. I think that's too low. But look at how close these are. That's like how far we are now, basically. And they're clearly getting closer together. There's no question, right? You could just look at it with a naked eye. You can see this is far from this. This one is closer. And then when you look at these are definitely closer. So I wonder, like, we're already pretty close, but we're still not, we're still further than this. Yeah, so the next move down should actually be the bottom, I think. But what price is this? What is this? Yeah, 40,000. That's what I'm looking for. Like right here, kind of. In this gap here. 40 to 46, 44. That's what I think. It is an interesting indicator. I don't know if it's necessarily useful. Yeah, again, you can see the gap is shrinking. It's interesting to look at, for sure. I don't know if it's exactly useful. I'm surprised they gave that to us for free. I doubt it's going to stay that way. You're not allowed to give away too much shit for free. Yeah, see, this chart says we never hit positive. Yeah, we never hit green. It's the missing piece of the puzzle. I think it's the missing piece of the puzzle. We got to hit green. We're at yellow right now. This one is a little tricky because you can see we have a bullish divergence, which was present in the last bear market, but it wasn't present in 2018 or 2015. This one, similar, we never came down to these lower levels. I can't really see that. See how in every other bear market we came to these lower prices? You can see here. See the dotted line on the bottom? We never came down here. Yeah, here. Oh, this too. Look, we never hit dark blue. You hit dark blue in every bear market. This one, you never hit it. Now, you could argue you never hit red either, so maybe that's why. But this is a EMA. I'm not the biggest EMA guy. The problem with that though is you made a lower high in 2021 from 2017, but you made a lower low. Oh no, it was an even low. Actually, this looks like you went up and then, yeah, I don't even know how this works. No, it was a lower low. If you look at the bottom here and the bottom here, you made a lower low. This blue was when the price already went up. Yeah, this is rubbish. Long-term realized lost. I don't know. This is the EMA again, but yeah, we never had the spike, man. It was all the way up here, freaking 100,000. This one you could say you're pretty close, right? This one was 8.4%. This one was 7. Oh yeah, but the other bear markets were 8.3 and 8, 7. This one was all the way down to 5, 5.7. Yeah, so this you could argue you actually have to go down a little more. Yeah, this one too. You gotta go down a little more. Maybe. This one was up higher. But these weren't that different. So you should come back to the same level. Now we're getting down to rubbish. We're getting into the rubbish territory. We're getting into rubbish territory here. Yeah, I can't even see that. It's free because it does not say anything at all. Well, if that's what you took away from it, then I apologize for the inconvenience. That's what you took away from that. I apologize for the inconvenience. How's our super guppy looking? How's our little super guppy? We need it to turn gray. Yeah, I think we already talked about this. The daily time frame is gray. Top, top. I'm pretty sure we're forming the top right now. I'm pretty sure, man. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always wrong about everything, but I think we could be forming the top here. We just need like one red candle to trigger everything, you know? The MACD is about to turn red on Ethereum, but we need that one red drop to push it to push it down. It's right there. I don't know. I can't see how this is bullish, man. I just don't see it. Like, I guess if you go to the longer time frames, it's bullish, but why aren't we going up? You know? Like, if you look at the 8-day MACD for Ethereum, when you got your green candle, you went straight up. Here you got your green candle. Look at how high up you went. Dude, we're on like the we're on the sixth green candle. It still hasn't moved. That's what happened here, and then it was night. Turn on the night light. You know, am I misinterpreting this? This one was green and it was still bearish anyway. Yeah, I mean, when you turn green, you're supposed to go up. We've been green for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks now, and it's still not moving. So when are we supposed to go up? Never? That's what I'm thinking. If not now, then when? When it turns bearish? I don't think so. I'm not saying we have to go down now, but I wouldn't really scream, you better get in before the train leaves either. I think you're getting close to the move. And if this plays out, I'm done. I think I'm just going to do MSTR, honestly. I don't think our semiconductors are coming back for us. I think we got duped. Stocks are just too bullish. We might have to do MSTR. DC Blur for 2 says Islam or Gary. If you're not sure, throw a guess. Gary the Snail? I don't know who Gary is, so I can't comment. But I do appreciate the 2 from DC Blur. It does help a lot in times of despair. But I'll vote neither. I don't know who Gary is. But if I had to pick, I would say no thank you. I can't be Islamic because I love pork fried rice, and I can't be Gary because I'm fat tone. Can't be Gary. Thank you for the 2. Thank you very much. Smash Toshi says Bitcoin ETF supply Bitcoin as people buy and sell the ETFs. The issuer doesn't rotate that Bitcoin back into an exchange. They hold them in their books and serve ETF buyers. All of this outside dash skews the charts. That's new for this cycle. Yeah, I don't know if Bitcoin ETFs are skewing the 5-day stock RSI. I don't agree. Maybe you're talking about this, what we talked about before with the long-term holders. I can't even find it. If you're talking about the chart we used before with like the 6 years or 7 years, I'm sure it's playing a role, right? People are probably selling their Bitcoin for an ETF. But I don't think that chart specifically helped us. In my opinion, I personally think the ETF is overplayed. You know? If the Bitcoin ETF wasn't going to go down, then why didn't we put the bottom in up here? And then we back tested it as resistance too. So I think the ETF is just an instrument to get money in and out. And that's why I don't really talk about the ETF, because people talk about inflows and outflows like it's not just following Bitcoin. You know, people say, oh, look at all these outflows. Oh my God, we're bearish. But every time we get them, Bitcoin's going down. Yeah, duh. But I think the ETFs are probably influencing how long the people hold their coins for, because they might have sold them for the ETF. But I don't think it particularly impacts the chart. Personally, that's what I would say. Because think about it, people forget that there's an Ethereum ETF, and Ethereum still took a shit on the back of the bus. People talk about the Bitcoin ETF and not the ETH ETF. Ethereum's on par to do exactly what it did in 2018 or 2022 with no ETF. If we get another push to the downside, Ethereum is going to basically do the same thing twice in a row. And there's no ETF over here, but there's an ETF over here. So the Bitcoin ETF is better than the ETH ETF? I don't think so. I just don't think it matters. Personally. Doesn't mean I'm right, but that's how I look at it. Is Golden Corral the poor man's Chinese buffet? I've never been to Golden Corral. They don't have them where I am. But I appreciate the two. But yeah, I love me some sausage and some pork fried rice for sure. And I believe Indian Kitchen said that some Indians can't eat beef. Yeah, I can never not have a cheeseburger, man. I had a cheeseburger today. Can I get a cheeseburger? No lettuce, no bun. Yeah, they should make fast food restaurants with no bread for Matthew Dropco. Can I have the keto special, please? 50 pounds of saturated fat. Yeah, so what do we do if we get this right? Do we just do MSTR? What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? How do we know if MSTR is going to go up again? What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? We bottomed on the 786 here. Yeah, maybe we come to 50 bucks, man. On the Wendy's app, you can opt out of bread. They served a burger patty and a little salad tray. Dude, there's no way somebody actually orders that. Hello, can I have a patty, please? That'll be $4.99. Can I have one beef patty with a cup of water, please? That'll be $6.99. Please pull up to the window. Do we think 50 bucks is possible? Apparently they're selling some Bitcoin. 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 These guys got 850,000 coins, man. I mean, yeah, but what if it does go back up though? Man, you think I should like is what's a good shitcoin to maybe gamble on? BNB? I guess so, right? BNB kind of doesn't miss. What if we do get old season though? Maybe I should start looking at coins. What do you think? What are we cooking up in the crock pot? What's the number one BNB coin? Man, there's just so many of them. No, I'm not going backwards. Never mind. Impossible. Maybe I'll do Pepe. I've gotten it lots of times. It's the keto fast food hack, triple cheeseburger, mustard, onions. They probably charge you arm and a leg for that. What do? You pull up to Wendy's, say hi, no bun, please. I'll take one patty. Yeah, I guess Pepe could be a gamble if it comes down. Yeah, you could put 10K in. If it goes back up, you get 200,000. It's worth a shot. Yeah, I guess it is worth a shot, man. Is Pepe still the biggest meme in the internet, or am I slacking? What's the number one meme coin by market cap? Shouldn't there be a filter here? Yeah, maybe I'll get some Pepe. Oh, it's Dogecoin. Yeah, maybe I'll get some Pepe. What do we think? Man, last bear market, I wanted to buy. I had Floki at the bottom, and I sold it for freaking Samo. I bought Floki right at the real bottom, man. The real bottom. Son of a bitch. That'll haunt me for the rest of my life. Where is it? They don't even have a chart anymore. Yeah, they relaunched the coin. So I'm thinking maybe Pepe can pull a Floki. Yeah, here. Dude, I bought Floki right here, man. I got all my money back, and then I didn't sell. Even though I told myself to sell, I didn't sell. And if I would have stayed in. But anyway, I'm thinking maybe Pepe does this where we're like in here somewhere. Right? And Pepe does good. Pepe comes back. Because think about it, this really wasn't that long. If you bought in at the bear market bottom in October and you sold 500 days later, you were rich. So if the bear market bottom is coming and Pepe comes back to like 8, I'll throw 8K in there. Why not? As a gamble? Maybe it goes back up, maybe it doesn't. I'll get something. It's not just going to go to 0. I'll get a retracement at least. Even if it's a 618 retracement, I can get 70,000. What do we think? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Pepe? Papaya? Pepe? Papa, papa. Shiba ran last cycle. Yeah, Shiba didn't do shit either. Buy Cash Cat. Pepe would be the only one I consider. I think if it falls below 10, I would get in. Just for shits and giggles. Why not? You know? Because this retracement would be nuts. Yeah, it might even go to 10. Because you see how there's a retracement here? You would basically get the same thing, but on a macro scale. Then it would go to 0 forever. Like what Doge just did. XRP. I can't even buy XRP, actually. Is XRP on Robinhood? I kind of miss gambling, though. You know? Like, I miss the nostalgia of it. Making all that money and then giving it all back. I was thinking about this Joe coin, too. This coin is not looking too bad. Maybe it, yeah, but then I'm thinking it's gonna go like this though. You know, it's just bearish forever. I can't even go back. I'm not going back to the casino, man. I'm changing teams. I guess if Solana comes back down, that might be worth the stab. Right? I bought more XRP. XRP to the moon, baby. Damn, I'm waiting for Jasmine to go down. Jasmine's my bear indicator. Just for the record, creatives, talking like that considers you a troll, which is highly bannable. Just for the record. Just an FYI. This guy said, found your channel just today. Where's Berto? Berto here today? We are gathered here today. Jasmine is my indicator that it's going to be bearish. You see how Jasmine just started going down? Like really bad, even though Bitcoin was holding up. Oh, it happened both times, actually. Yeah, hold on a second. Let this guy cook for a second. Wait a minute, man. Jasmine might be telling us something. Remember the Jasmine jacuzzi? She might be talking to us through Morse code. I think if we see Jasmine go down, I think that's it, man. I can't wait for this shit to be done. No more. I can't. I can't. I really can't. I'm gonna be like a prisoner being set free. I'm never coming back to this shit, man. I'm never depositing on Coinbase ever again. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. That's okay. You can joke, but you can't take the joke back, huh? Whoa, it says connect a vertical stream from your encoder or automatically generate a vertical cropped version to show it in the shorts feed. Wait, what is this? Dual stream on YouTube. YouTube's dual stream feature allows creators to broadcast live video in horizontal and vertical formats simultaneously. Enables streams to appear in the main live tab. I don't understand. Can you... Man, they have live streams in the shorts feed, and sometimes I'm scrolling and this guy from India, he started out with 50,000 subs, now he's at 100. And he's like slamming bottles in the right order. I'm pretty sure some of those people are not even real. They're like AI people. You guys ever see this guy? He's like moving the bottles like this. He just sits there doing it all day. Some people watch on their phone with the vertical way. But can I do both? Let me try it. Oh, I can't. I guess I have to do it when before the stream starts. I'm ready for the biggest bull run of our lives. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Plus, once the bull run comes back, I'm going to be swimming in ad revenue. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm starting to brainstorm my plan. Starting to brainstorm. So right now, I'm supposed to be doing altcoin analysis, but this is too important. Just sitting here talking about nothing. But I think my plan is going to be do altcoin analysis and then upload the videos elsewhere. This way I could double dip on my ad revenue. And I'll collect the super chats on this channel and then upload the videos somewhere else, collect the ad revenue there, collect the ad revenue from this stream and the donations while growing 2 YouTube channels. I think that's the play. I think that's the QB1 call. I think I come on here, scroll Twitter for 30 minutes reading you Moonboy charts. Because I get disrespected anyway, right? Everybody says I'm always wrong. So I might as well just read you guys the news and just milk the ad revenue like everybody else. It crops out half the screen. Yeah, but don't you have the option to watch whichever one you choose? It doesn't have to be vertical. It's only if you watch it on the shorts feed. Maybe I'll try it next time. Can I monetize dual stream views separately? Oh yeah, but maybe the ad revenue gets botched. Oh, yeah, it's simultaneously though. Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, listen, it's worth a shot. So I would be doom scrolling and then see my chart, see my stream pop up. Yeah, so I'd have to become a brain rot character. I think I'm over the hill for that. The brain rot screechers get the most clicks, like the guys that put on the fake voice. I can't do it. I could do it in the past, but now I can't. Like I'm just over the hill. But the YouTubers that talk to you, like, you know, like the character playing. I can play a character too, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather just buy MSTR and just hide. Just goes to every food truck. Crashes in the air. I would never make short videos. This is just saying I could click a button and stream vertically. So if someone's scrolling, they can find me. Which would just help grow the channel. Your streams with 1,000 people watching, dropping super chats. Yeah, that's why the bull market needs to come. But that's not going to happen until the end of 2023. Sorry, 2027. Because even in 2023, the ad revenue was bad. The ad revenue picked up here for me. And this year was the worst ad revenue by far. Search POV in the city. No, I'm not eating off of a food truck. How I catch something. I remember I wanted a bottle of water off of a truck and the guy charged me $5. But I was so thirsty, I had no choice. I said, holy shit. I didn't say anything to him, but $5 for a water bottle. I was parched. Your inner peace character was funny and made people mad. Yeah, a lot of people get mad at everything I do. We need to get through these next 2 months, man. And we've been saying that for 10 years now. We just gotta make it. We just gotta make it. Like, dude, we're gonna wish our whole life away. But these next 2 months are absolutely pivotal. These next 2 months are absolutely pivotal, Anon. Go somewhere besides Taco Bell. I can't afford anywhere else besides Taco Bell. That's the problem. Taco Bell is the only place that has a value menu. I was thinking about doing food reviews, like food from the freezer, you know? Like comparing store brand chicken nuggets versus whatever. I'm gonna resurrect my food channel, don't worry. We're gonna get through this. If I get some money, I can resurrect my food channel. I could do another Prime review. Prime. I can review Mr. Feastables, Mr. Beast, chocolate bar. Yeah. Yeah. I can review Dollar Tree popcorn. Chick-fil-A is a $25 chicken sandwich. I've never had Chick-fil-A. I haven't had Chick-fil-A, White Castle, Domino's, Pizza Hut. I've only had McDonald's and Chinese food. Taco Bell and Burger King. All the fat people stuff. I've had Domino's pizza, I think, once when I was 12 or 10. And I remember I said to myself, why would somebody buy this? The pizza slices are tiny. And it's the same price as a regular pie. And I never ordered it ever. It's just too expensive for a little piece of pizza. Food from the freezer, but a plot twist. You raid other people's freezers that aren't home. What would I find in your freezer? Beef? Beef and chicken. Alright, gentlemen, another stream in the books. The days are ticking by. Hour and 46 minutes. Just remember, if each of you donated $1 each day, even if you donated 50 cents each day, that would keep the lights on. Did we watch Uncle Ron today or no? Not today. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in yet again. Another stream in the books. I appreciate you all tuning in. As always, none of this is financial advice. We're one day closer to the bear market bottom. So, as always, stay safe. Take care. And I'll see you soon.